Armed with a pickaxe and sledgehammer, these two fellas went to town on this Tesla.
We don't like what Elon Musk is doing.
This man would only give me his first name. Greg, but says he actually owns the white Model S.
I bought it just to destroy it.
And Greg says he coordinated the stunt with his friends because he doesn't like Musk.
Tesla supports fascists.
And I think that's okay. Buy your own truck, destroy it, don't give out your name, stay anonymous, just show what you view, what you think people should see, get the attention and send the message across.
I disagree.
But not for some people, and I think that's the issue.
I'm saying is it's a white Tesla. No. This is what happened to my car, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all see this? Clown American. I don't know what this is. Is this paint? Bro, somebody destroyed my car. Destroyed my car while I was taking you up to the doctor. Destroyed my car. This is no cap. Look at this. All on my windshield. All right in this. Look at this. My car is destroyed.
I don't understand. You dislike somebody so much in your way of thinking, and when the people of color is doing great in the country, they don't do great because it might be a possibility. You don't think there's a high possibility the person that you're protecting might have a Tesla. And even if they did, hey, it's all about sending the message. It's the intention that counts. I don't know, man. For all I know, this guy might even be a Democrat. Maybe not anymore.
Up the dentist's office, doctor's office, so they can show me the cameras. Yeah, my car is destroyed. Like, bro, I swear to God, you can ask Tiny. You can ask everybody. Every time I ride my car, they be like, bro, I love your car. I just hate the dude that make it. I don't give a, bro, I don't. What the fuck do I have to do with Eli? I like the car because it's a nice little car. It's unaverage. This is crazy.
If you want to send a message, you will destroy my property for a message I should understand.
Absolutely insane that driving a Tesla in 2025 puts a giant target on your back. Not because of the car itself, not because of something I did, but because a bunch of deranged leftists think Elon is a Nazi. So now I get to mentally prepare myself every time I park for some activist with the IQ of a fucking cinder block to key my car. Like, imagine being so fucking brainwashed you think vandalizing some random person's property is activism. Teslas are literally the safest cars on the road. They're made in America. They're pushing tech forward. They're reducing reliance on foreign oil. But no, let's go ahead and destroy them because Elon lets people say mean things on the internet and he one time did a weird hand gesture. Like, it's so fucking stupid. This is what the left does. They don't build, they don't innovate, they just destroy. They make life worse for everyone, including themselves. So now I get to mentally prepare myself. I'm going to come out of Trader Joe's one day and my car's going to be keyed. It's so fucking stupid, and they wonder why I left the left.
It's very simple. It's like me punishing my kid. Why? Because he's friends with a kid that I don't like. Mengadilo, remember to subscribe.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't
Are
support.
you okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me
I'm
educate.
so sorry.
Let me educate you.
You don't need to patronize
you don't need to.
me.
You don't need to be condescending to me.
I'm
So
not
let me
condescending.
educate you about my position. You want to attack me? Let me
I'm just
finish.
asking
Let me
you-
finish.
I'm just
Guys,
asking you a
let me
question.
finish.
Let's do this January
I'm just
6th
asking
and
you
then
a
near it.
question. I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay.
Stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence against Tesla or Congress or anyone else should be put in jail, 1,000%. But that should not stifle dissent or opposition from Elon Musk.
Give it a little lip service. Give it a little both sides. Go ahead.
I find it odd when she did a comparison of January the 6th and vandalism as if Scott Jennings agreed with both of them, which he didn't, and then played a little the victim card and be like, hey, don't be a little emotional. I'm like, well, you push something in his face that he never said as if you had a gotcha moment. And the fact that you normalize that, the people that do the vandalism, you kind of incentivize them to do it even more.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing from the Democrats about January 6th ever again. Because you guys are the ones out here vandalizing and destroying electric vehicles and charging stations, yet aren't you the ones who wanted to mandate electric vehicles? Make it make sense. Nothing you guys ever say or do makes sense. You contradict yourselves constantly. Only Trump could make a Democrat hate electric vehicles. And why is it that your only solution to not getting your way is to someone? You just cannot stand the fact that there are people who have different morals than you, different opinions than you, different views than you, and think differently than you. Keyword think. It's something you guys don't do much. We also have two very different opinions on what the word attack means. Because in the past, I mentioned that it is unintelligent to vote for Kamala and you lack critical thinking skills, which I said very matter-of-factly. And for saying that, I received death threats. Death threats. I also know two other creators on this app who had people show up at their homes armed. That is an attack. Me pointing out your misinformation is not an attack. Can you see the difference? You probably can't because you don't see much. So anyway, I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing from you guys about January 6th ever again.
The moment I say something and somebody's response is literally, I'm going to get you, I look different in your direction. First card in the game poker, all in. I look at you like, you're like a risk and reward person, but whenever you risk and you lose, you're still angry at me and you want to take my chips.
Yeah, I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or the Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships, they're just, smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged, there's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
In all honesty, I've never seen people go at a specific company because they have a different boss that thinks different. I never seen everybody go at Starbucks. Like the fact that there's a clip where somebody went to the gun, blam, 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 at the Tesla company. I'm like, why?
Well, the FBI, ATF, and Salem Police Department all investigating after reports of vandalism at the Salem Tesla dealership once again. Now, Salem police responded early this morning to the dealership on Southeast Mission Street. Officers finding damage believed to be from gunshots. The incident still under investigation. No arrests have been made.
I'm like, be careful with that energy, because I always say whenever you make it normal for one group or one person, socially, it's going to be like the new normal in a few years. And that is what scares me.
The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. that video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure are Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
I can understand there is pain, but to justify the destruction and then comparing it to January the 6th, you never said anything about it. I'm like, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. And when I get a little whoa, hey, you're being emotional. Chill. I don't see a productive progression to find the middle ground, but I do see a repeated of this scene.
So the DOGE Act just exists to audit the federal government and eliminate the fraud, waste, and abuse. And your response to that is to firebomb people's cars, to destroy people's personal property. And in your head, you think you're the good guys. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, all that the DOGE Act is doing is auditing federal agencies. That's it. That's the only thing they're doing. They're looking at federal agencies and seeing where they're wasting money, where they're abusing money, and where they are committing actual fraud. And they're trying to eliminate that. And you're so angry that somebody is auditing federal agencies that you are willing to destroy people's personal property. You are willing to firebomb car dealerships. You are willing to put people's lives at risk, all to defend the government's ability to waste our money. You are fighting so that the government can continue to waste our money. What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's not even that you're fighting for them to waste our money, which is fucking bad enough. Like, you're so out of your mind to do that. But you're actually pretending like you're the good guys here. Like you're doing the right thing. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Whenever I protest, I do something for myself. I don't do something with somebody else's property. Not just silence myself like in the past. Because I notice the more I silence myself, you just create a new normal and I feel trapped. And whenever I try to just speak out again, you're not so used to it again and you suddenly feel attacked. It's such a wild world that we live right now in 2025.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash purple skunk, criollo colombici jam jam, turloqueta verdeta welcome.